Hi everyone, it's Emma here. So recently I started working remotely, so I don't see people like I used to. I don't go into the office on a daily basis. So I decided to do something a little out of the ordinary for me, and I'm going to dye my hair. Now what's fun about this is I've always wanted to try that Overtone brand because they have such fun colors and it's supposed to be safe for your hair. I always see the ads for it, always wanted to try it. So what I did, so my husband wouldn't kill me, I let him choose the color. So he picked the color out, it just came in, so he picked rose gold for brown hair. So I got the duo, so I'm gonna dye my hair initially using this product, which is the rose gold for brown hair coloring conditioner. So this puts the initial color in your hair. So I'm gonna try this out today. We'll see how much, I like Overtone, how easy it is to use, and how well the color actually sits in. And I'll go ahead and let you know, I'm very scared to just like dye all my hair, especially pink. So today I'm just gonna dye the ends of it, just a few inches. I don't know yet, we'll kind of see how that goes. I'm gonna dye a few inches of it and actually see how strong it comes out, see what it looks like. That way, if I absolutely hate it and I think it's terrible, I'm literally gonna cut it off. So if it's not, yeah. So I'll just do the ends. If I don't like it, I can cut it off. Then if I do like it, I can go back and do the rest, or maybe just keep it on the ends. I don't know yet. This is definitely new for me, so we're just trying it out. So this is my cute little Overtone box that everything came in. Gives you a nice little glove so that you don't make too much of a mess. At least don't stain your hands. It says to use on dry hair. My hair's dry. It's not been washed recently, so it's like day old, 2 day old hair. But again, I'm just doing the ends right here, so not getting at the roots or anything. 2 gloves. I'm actually gonna go ahead and open this first in case it's hard to open with the gloves on. If I can't open it. Well, this may be a job for the hubby. Let me pause. Okay, so I got my husband to open this. It was incredibly hard to open still. I don't know if they're all like that or if it was just this one, but that was crazy hard. If it was just me on my own, I probably never would have been able to open it, and I probably would have had to try to return it. So something to keep in mind. So looks like it's nice and sealed. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that seal off. Hopefully this isn't as difficult as the lid was. Oh, that's bright. So you can see already, I mean, that's like straight up red. So, but it is rose gold for brown hair. So I expected it to be a little darker than, but that's dark. That's very dark. All right, got a little bit on me. Rub that in and put my gloves on. Of course, took my wedding rings and everything off just to be on the safe side. I'll let you see. So this is rose gold for brown hair. Now I have an interesting color of hair. It's a little dirty, so it's a little darker than normal, but still, I'm kind of on that dirty blonde, light brown scale. It's not very clear what my hair color is. It's funny because depending on who you ask, some people will say blonde, some people will say brown. So on my license, it says brown. So that's what I always base it out off of. And I think it is more of a brown than a dirty blonde, but just wanted to throw that out there in case it's hard to see the color of my hair. So yes, rose gold for brown hair. I'm gonna read the instructions here. It says, using gloves, apply evenly to dry hair. Wait 10 to 15 minutes and rinse thoroughly with warm or hot water. All right, so I'm gonna make sure I keep up with the time. I'll probably just stop this video and use my phone. Make sure I get all of my hair. I'm gonna do it side by side like this. I don't know if that's the smartest way to do it, but again, I'm doing this so that if I don't like it, I can cut it off. So if it's awful, that's what's gonna happen. I think I got everything. All right, 10 to 15 minutes. I'm actually, before I start, gonna pin my little bangs back because they're about to drive me crazy. I'm trying to grow them out, and of course that's a terrible process. All right, get my gloves back on. Just your basic thin plastic gloves here. All right, let's do this. So I'm just gonna scoop some out. The thing is I don't need much because I'm just, just doing the ends. I don't have super thick hair or anything like that. I'm gonna gather it all up and just go at it. So if you want to see how this looks going on. So I'm just really trying to cover all the strands here. And again, I might look silly. I don't dye my hair often. I think I've done it once in my life and it's been a long time. So, I'm definitely no expert at the dyeing process. Just let me know if I'm doing anything totally wrong. But just gonna give that a nice good coating. It smells like mint. That's very interesting because I thought it was gonna smell like strong and maybe chemically. I mean, I know it's supposed to be safe and like free of a lot of harmful things like the parabens and sulfates and stuff. It smells like mint. Super strange. So anyways, that's kind of nifty. I would rather it smell like mint than strong chemical smells. So it's actually quite pleasant. It doesn't give me a headache, which I was a little worried about. So if you're sensitive to smells, this may be better or worse depending on how sensitive you are to like mint specific. And I may have put the mint in there to help. I don't know if it would be good for hair or if it helps cover up other smells if it has a naturally unpleasant smell. But either way, I like it. It makes it more pleasant while you're doing it, while you're putting this stuff on. I'm gonna get a little bit more on this side because I feel like I didn't quite get enough. And y'all can see. And I'm not trying to be like super crazy even with this just because I'm a little careless by nature when it comes to that stuff. So you can see everything kind of looks coated. There's some dry spots in there. So I'm just gonna work it a little bit more. Maybe I'll try flattening it out. It looks so bright when you see it like in this middle strand here. I mean, it's definitely scary when you're dyeing your hair a crazy color. Which to some of y'all, rose gold may not seem crazy, but to me it's crazy. Crazy as in new, different than anything I've done before. So the one time I did dye my hair, it was kind of a rich brown color, had a little bit of a red tint to it. I think it was called Chocolate Cherry. Don't remember what brand it was, but I did really like the color. Chocolate Cherry, but I'm not one to have to give myself another thing to have to keep up with. I'm not very good at adding things to my routine, and I don't want to keep up with dyeing my hair constantly or even every 6 weeks. Like that's just too much for me. I don't like having something, I hate shaving my legs. I hate the basic things, so I want to have something else to have to keep up with. I'm gonna go over this side one more time and spread it out and kind of fan it out like I did the other side. How I was doing it grouped up, I just don't think it really got the strands evenly. So I'm gonna really kind of cake it in there. And of course, this is a learning process for me, so I know it's not gonna be great. I don't expect it to be perfect. That's, the mindset I'm going into this with because I don't want to be disappointed when it's terrible. But also, I'm glad that my husband picked rose gold because that's way better than hot pink. Or for me, that's safer than doing like a intense dark purple or bright blue. Rose gold is hopefully a little more subtle than what it could have been like. So anyways, I think I'm good. I've done the ends up to about here. Hopefully it's even. If it's not, maybe I can go back and kind of work on it. It looks like everything's nice and wet and coated. It didn't say anything about combing it through, so I'm not gonna do that just because I'm certainly no expert here. So now I'm gonna take my gloves off. I wanna try to save them in case I wanna use them again since it only came with one pack. So I'm gonna just carefully take these off without throwing them away. And then I wanted to show you how much I used out of the container because that's important, I feel like. And of course it depends on your hair length, how much you're doing, how thick your hair is. I barely used any. Of course I have thin hair and you know, I just did the ends, but I have tons left. I could probably dye my whole hair twice. That's my estimate. So if I decided to do all my hair, I easily could. If I wanted to give it to my sister or a friend to try, you know, I've got plenty left over. So that's awesome that it comes with that much in the bottle. And now I'm just going to let it sit. Also, so just so y'all know, this is what I'm gonna do. I've got these nifty little hair clips that I use to hold my hair back. I don't want it just laying against my shirt or just free so that it can touch things. So I'm going to carefully put my hair in a little pony and twist it just once. Once is enough. I mean, I'm trying not to touch the dyed pieces. And then I'm gonna slide that hair clip in and boom, it's all up. Of course, it looks ridiculous, but that will hold my hair back and not let it touch anything, and all those pieces are safe. And it gives me kind of a good view, really, if I wanted to see how well it was done or like the length. Anyway, so we'll let this sit for half an hour and then I'll rinse it out and we'll check out the results. All right, so just got out of the shower. I took a normal shower. For my hair, what I did is I actually just rinsed out the bottom really good. I put a little shampoo on the top and just rinsed it out with a removable shower head, just because my hair needed to be washed, but I tried careful not to wash the bottom. On the container it says just to rinse, so I didn't want to get shampoo in it right after I'd done it, just to be on the safe side. And I put on a white t-shirt. I'm hoping that helped you see color a little bit better. I know it can be a little hard to see. And of course it's still wet. I am gonna blow dry it. I just wanted to show y'all what it looks like coming straight out of the shower. Now when I was rinsing it, at first it definitely ran a strong color. The water was very pink, which I was happy with. I was a little scared it was gonna be red. The water was pink, so I just rinsed it until that water ran clear. And I did use hot water to rinse it, so I'm just gonna give it a light brushing. Now it's very dark, so I know it's probably hard to see, but I just wanted to give you the chance. Now I can tell the difference. You probably can't tell the difference, but I was able to see, and even looking at it now, I can tell it's a little different. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my blow dryer out. And I'll skip this part for you guys, but I'm gonna go ahead and blow dry my hair and then we'll take a look and see what it looks like once it's dry. So I've mostly dried my hair all the way. There's still a little bit of dampness, damp spots. So I'm gonna brush through it and let y'all kind of see what it looks like as I brush. I did brush my hair with heat, which I don't normally do, but since it says to rinse it in hot water and I wanted to make sure it's set and I wanted to dry it quickly. So I did use the high heat setting on my hair dryer. All right, so I can tell a difference. Now let me say this, it's very subtle. And of course it's not that even, which I figured would happen just because I'm not good at this thing, I'm not used to this, and you know, y'all saw me put it on. It's not like I did a fantastic job or anything. So let me close this door. But I don't know if you can see, I'm gonna move my camera here and try to give you a closer view. Now there's definitely a color change, especially on this side. And it's not supposed to be hot pink, it's supposed to be rose gold. So I would say it achieved the rose gold look because it still kind of has that blondness to it, but then it has pink. I'm gonna go into a little different lighting, see if that helps, if y'all can see that color change any better. If you can see the color. I'm standing in the bathtub right now. So it's very, very subtle. I'm a little disappointed as far as that goes. It's a little too subtle. It's much more subtle than I would have liked it to be. Like this, I would still work in a professional setting. I would still go into the office, you know. Not that you can't go into the office with crazy hair or something, but either way, it's just very, I mean, right here you can't even see any color change. It's almost, I did see a review somebody else wrote and they were like, you can only really see it in certain lighting or when the sun hits it. That's definitely what I have here. I mean, it's pretty, but it's subtle to the max. So you probably couldn't see it right here. I don't know if it would even really be noticeable. It would take somebody who really knew me close to probably realize the difference. So now that I know how subtle it is, and please keep in mind, I did leave it on for twice as long as it recommended. It says to leave it on for 10 to 15 minutes. I left it on for probably 35 minutes, 30, 35. So I definitely gave it the time. I just think I didn't put it on heavy enough to really get that color coming through, because I did put it on very lightly, just because when I saw the color, I was like, gosh, that's very intense. I mean, that's an intense color, and it's much more red than rose gold in the tub. So that scared me a little bit, so maybe I just put it on too light. So two options, I'm either gonna go do the ends and try to make them stronger, or I might just go ahead and do all of my hair, since I know it's so subtle. I'm gonna have to think on that one a little bit, but I'll come back and show you guys the whole head thing. So right now, I would say I'm so on this, maybe a 5 out of 10, just because it was so subtle, so light. Now the process is super easy because you don't have to like mix things, pour things. Last time I dyed my hair, it was one of those box kits where you know, you're mixing things and shaking things, and it's much messier. So I do like the system a lot. It was very easy to use. You just put on the gloves, get the stuff out of the tub, put it in your hair. I just think I put it on too light, but even so, I mean, there are a lot of pieces that are no change at all. I mean, you can't tell a difference. It's just, and then where you can see it, it's so subtle. I really don't even know if anyone could tell a difference aside from me. So that's disappointing, especially since I was on the fence and I got the rose gold for brown hair. I expected it to be pretty strong, because if you have like brunette hair, like true brunette, I mean, I wouldn't think this would do anything. I mean, I don't know. You'd have to cake it on and probably leave it on for a really long time to get it to show up. So if you actually have like a true brunette, I'm not sure this would work for you. But anyway, so I'm gonna decide what to do. If I'll probably do all of my hair, and I'll probably do a little bit heavier too, and I'll video that, and I'll probably put that in a separate video for y'all to see. This was just a trial run and to see how it did. So if you are looking to do a similar color, or if you're thinking about trying Overtone, I think it's a very easy system to use. Just be careful with what colors you choose. I think with having darker hair, you definitely have to choose a bolder color than rose gold. But yeah, anyway, stay tuned. I think I'm gonna dye all my hair, but I'll make a separate video for that because I know this one's been long enough, and we'll see how it does with everything together, and hopefully there will be a visible difference. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more fun videos.